So I'm having a catch up with Sarah Darling. How are you?
How are you? It's so good to see you.
And you indeed. We've been playing a new single of yours called Red Mustang. Tell us a bit about the single, first of all.
Red Mustang is a track off of my album Canyon, and Canyon is really just this celebration of the music I grew up on. So I'm a lover of Laurel Canyon, Fleetwood Mac, 1970s California style of music, and that was kind of what I grew up on as a kid, and kind of, over the years I've made, country records and lots of that, but this is sort of a blend of those two feelings together, and it was just such a fun process to be able to make this record. And so Red Mustang is literally about driving down the 101 in a 1966 Red Mustang. It really happened. It was a true story, and I wrote a song about it, and it kind of kicked off the whole record. So it was the starter of the album.
Yeah, nice. And speaking of Canyon, your new record, the sound you've made with the record, is it the sound you wanted, or is it kind of just how it turned out as you were writing and recording it?
I definitely set out to create that sound. I wanted the record to feel like a road trip, just to be able to turn it on, and no matter where you were in the world, who was listening, it just you could, you wanted to experience that nostalgia. And I did set out to kind of create that, and I really do feel like that came through as well.
Hmm, good. And I'm sure you wrote more than what made it onto this record. What happens to those now? Do you consider them again down the line, or is it a case of starting afresh when the time comes?
I think, it's funny. I'm always working on new music as as I've put this out. So I think right now I have, I'm sitting on about 50 new songs that hopefully will be towards this next project, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, have you put thought towards it yet? And is it going to be sooner rather than later?
I actually think sooner than later. I think I'll be in the studio late October already, which is crazy to think
Mm,
about. But yeah, I do.
good, can't wait for that. I like to talk about the writing process as well. So for you, how do tracks normally start off?
The tracks usually start off with an idea, and I will put them a lot of times in my phone, and I won't write them like right away. It'll be a mull on it for a couple weeks, and then it'll just kind of come out. But I do like to initially write down the idea, um, because you can lose it. Like I think there's like this moment with music where you just kind of the magic comes in, and then you have to write it down, and then it all like kind of comes together at one point. But I definitely don't write things usually on the spot. They take me a minute to kind of figure out what I want to say exactly.
Mm, yeah, I can well imagine. And when it comes to the lyrics side of things, is it quite straightforward to kind of create the entirety of the lyrics, or is it a bit of a challenge at times?
It is a challenge at times. I think in Nashville, there's a pressure to write a song in a day and it to be finished. And I actually don't really believe in that mentality. I think that, you should work on it until you feel like, the song is where you want it to be. And I think that's something I'm learning when I go to different places, especially out of Nashville. Um, Being creative happens when you feel, creative. So you should just listen to that. And
Mm,
but yeah, sometimes it takes me, a little bit of time to get the lyric where I want it to be.
mm. And it's been over 15 years of you releasing music now. How have you and how has the music and the writing process evolved and changed over the years?
It is completely changed. I always say that like whatever whatever I'm going through with that in that season definitely comes out through the music. And I think it's really sweet to watch the growth. I released an album called Dream Country several years ago, and that was very much exactly like it sounds. It was dreamy and it was country and a lot of strings, and kind of fast forward to now, Canyon has a very uh, a lot of harmonies and kind of folky country kind of twang to it, and I think that's really cool. Like to kind of see the evolution and where you end up. And I think this next record will be even different. So that will be the fun of it all.
Mm. Yeah, nice, nice. And you are currently here in the UK doing some shows. How have they been going so far?
They've been going great. I've had two already with Ward Thomas, and I love those girls so much. They're so talented. I've been a fan of them for a very long time. And yeah, we went on tour in 2017 and became really good friends. We've written songs together. And then now we're touring right now. We've had a couple dates in England, and then we're going to Scotland tomorrow. The first show kicks off on the 19th, which would be wonderful. But yeah, it's really fun. We're just friends out on tour. Kind of happened because we were having lunch in a pub last year, and they said, "Hey, do you want to go on tour with us?" So
Nice. Yeah, nice. And just a week, just over a week left of that tour. And apart from just a couple more dates in November over in the US, there's not much else booked in at the moment. Are you hoping to add some more dates this year, or do you think that'll be it?
I think that will be it. I have a few Christmas shows that are like at a winery locally, like where I grew up. So I'm just kind of keeping it simple and working on new music. So which I think is a good focus in the colder months to start creating again.
Yeah, nice. And what do you think 2026 is going to hold for you?
I think 2026 is going to be just it's gonna, I mean, 2025, I've never toured as much. Across the United States. So I think I'll be doing a lot more touring, but I think I'll have a new record that's ready to go next year. I do think I'll be coming back here. That's a big goal of mine to be able to do my own shows, full band here. So that's a big goal that I'm kind of looking forward to as well.
Yeah, nice. Is there anywhere you've not been and toured yet that you want to go and play at some point?
Oh goodness. You know, I wouldn't mind like going to tour some in Canada for some reason. I think musically I feel like it would connect. I've always wanted to go tour in Canada for some reason. So um but yeah, that or anywhere that would have me. Australia as well. I
Mm,
hear country music does quite well there as well.
good. Nice. Sarah, it's been a pleasure having a catch up with you.
It's a pleasure as well. Thank you so much for taking time.